We are an association of fairs and festivals located in the state of Missouri. We provide educational opportunities for 154 member fairs and festivals. We have a membership of about 200 associates, which include carnivals, insurance companies, rodeos, entertainment companies, sound and light companies, anything that has to do with service to the fair industry. I've been involved in the fair business for about 30 years. I was elected to the board of directors here about 15 years ago. An opportunity came along to move on up in the administration of the association, and I jumped on the chance, and this is where I am.
Hey, good afternoon. My name's David Gish. I'm here as David Wonders, Texas Magic Ambassador. I also do balloon art, limited by lack of imagination, time, and skill, and walk around ventriloquism. I'm not much of a card trick kind of guy, but this is one of my all-time favorite tricks. I call this an extraordinary deck of playing cards. It's like an ordinary deck of playing cards inasmuch as each and every card has a different name and a different face. And if you notice that they're all in order, it means each and every one has its own special place, just like you and I. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a terrible time trying to remember people's names. I'll try to remember a name, and it just seems like my mind will go completely and totally blank. Now, just because I can't remember your name or you can't remember my name makes you no less of an individual just the same. Just like these playing cards, each and every person you meet has a different name and a different face. And each and every one of us in our own worlds have our own special place. But as different as we all are, there's one thing that's the same in every life of every person I've met in this last half century. Watch right here. On a count of three, think change. 1, 2, 3. Change happens right before your very eyes. Well, some changes are instantaneous and irreversible. Some of the most important changes in our lives are incremental. That means little by little, like watching our faces change in the mirror. However, rest assured, behind each new wave, the old ways still remain. Well, guys, girls, boys, and squirrels, I guess you can tell that is the end of this little monologue, and if I were to go any further with it, I would be dragging it out. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was my privilege and my pleasure to present for your consideration an extraordinary deck of playing cards. Well, my name's David Gish. I entertain professionally as David Wonders, magician, balloon artist, ventriloquist. My specialty is magic with a message. I started out doing gospel magic in the 70s, and now I'm going to fairs, festivals, special events, just doing regular entertainment. But I still work with the Child Evangelist Fellowship and any other missionary type organization when I get a chance. I'm here with Linda Brown Associates. I don't sing, dance, or play a guitar, but Miss Brown knows a lot of people that do. So if I can't help you, then, and of course you can book me through Linda as well. So anything you need, if we can't help you, we'll try to find somebody that can. My magic's not about fooling people, because life incessantly makes fools of us all. You know, for instance, take this shape right here. I show this to one group of people and they say that's a round shape. I'd show the same object to another group and they'd say that's a square shape. And I ask them, say, now, you know that's a square. You say that's right. So, if they said that was a circle, wouldn't that make them wrong? Is it possible two people could look at one object and see things differently? Is it possible there may be more to this life than what meets the eye?
I'm Wayne West from High Point Rodeo Productions. We're a bull riding production company, family owned, for 24 years. We like putting on high impact bull riding non-stop action, you know, for fairs and even ourselves. We keep it cleaned up, and so that the families, you can bring your kids, you're not going to be embarrassed or hear anything in our shows. We want the kids, because that's the next generation of rodeo fans, you know, and maybe bull riders in that aspect. So we keep it clean, but we keep it fun, you know, fun, and it's serious and fun at the same time because of the intensity of the danger. But you know, I'm also a rodeo clown, so it's my job to fill in them little spots, you know, to keep the action seem like it's happening all the time. Producer for 24 years, so that's, you know, plenty long enough. But I rode bulls from 17 till 40, and so I've always been involved in rodeo. And when I quit riding a lot, I just couldn't see myself not being part of it. So I started producing a show. Springfield, Missouri, in 1992 was our first one. Turned away thousands of people. It was a great success because we hired the best people. And you know what? My kids are working in it now, and they'll take it over someday. So it's really fun to watch it pass on down. High Point Rodeo Production. You know, we got a Facebook, High Point Rodeo. .com at Hotmail is our email account. You can reach me at 417-629-6216. You know, we put on a lot of big shows, but we're the little guy. We try to stay low key. I don't want the glory for it. I'm a Christian. God gets the glory. We run our shows that way. But you can get a hold of me like that. High Point Rodeo Production. But also, you know, we're here at the fairs and festivals, convention, and we come here to try to sell a few bull rides, let people know we're out there and stuff. And I like what these guys do, putting this together, so we got a place to come. Very cost effective. It's not much at all when you consider the outcome and what the amount of people they bring through here, and meals, and we get to watch some talent singers and stuff like that. But they do a great job letting us come in here, set up a booth. They get everything streamlined for us. It's easy, and they bring a lot of people from these fairs and festivals and picnics and all kinds of stuff here.
I'm Blake Hutchcraft. I'm from Eureka, Missouri, and we're with Little Monster Trucks, LIL Monster Trucks, and we're a half-scale kids monster truck team that ranges from ages 6 to 17 years old, and we travel the country doing monster truck shows like big monster trucks. Like a big truck, they're in full containment seating, 7.300-mile harnesses, race radios, fire suits. They're the whole kit and caboodle of what a big truck would be also. And these kids are anywhere from 45 pounds to 16-year-old teenagers. And what they do is they put on racing just like monster trucks, and they do freestyle and tear a truck down just like people love to see at the Monster Jam shows and stuff like that. And pretty much just are more of an idol for a kid than it would be for a real monster truck driver, because a child can relate to someone who's their height, their age, and they jump out of a monster truck versus, you know, the famous Dennis Anderson or those big time guys. You know, they always want to be like them, but you know, it's hard to relate to them. So when you see a child like this jump out of a truck after he's just rolled a truck or flipped it over or ripped his body off, they get really super excited. We're our own show, so we're not a company who contracts out trucks to do events. We bring a whole show to wherever we go to. So we have the ability to be a halftime show, an intermission show, or we can do a full-blown Friday, Saturday night show. We're basically a la carte to whoever, you know, wants to utilize our services in our shows. But we're not just a show. We try to teach the kids to bring a message with it also. Each truck has its own message, whether it's from DARE or anti-bullying or autism awareness. We've got a whole truck that's dedicated to autism called the Puzzle Master. We try to have the kids be role models for these younger children as well. Yeah, two of my children drive our trucks, and well, actually all three of them do, but the 5-year-old drives a monster cart, which is a go-kart monster truck, and he comes out in the start of our shows a lot of times. Allie's a competitive cheerleader. She is 10 years old and drives American Girl. Caleb, my 13-year-old, drives Mini Patrol, and he has been doing it the longest of all of them. My mechanics kids drive for us as well. He's got a 9-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 16-year-old, I believe. Don't quote me on those ages, but I think they're almost there. And then kids age out at 17 years old because we want to keep the kids to be able to relate to their audiences. So at the age of 17, they're done. If at that point they want to go to a big truck or they've got the avenues to do that, they can do that. But we try to keep filtering out the kids. So someday they'll be done and we'll be getting new drivers. And then one of my best friends' son also drives, and he drives the Bully Warrior truck. We're really excited about it, but we're most excited about the journey journey it takes them on and molding them into professionals and how to act in the business world and how to treat others, and everything's not just about them as well.
And do this trick. They will pass me the ball. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we're John and Peggy Hopkins from Dayton, Iowa. We own Tough Enough Miniature Rodeo Association, which is an association for kids 18 years or younger. And what we focus on is miniature livestock. Miniature rodeo, you know, it's all about miniature rodeo. We own the world's largest miniature rodeo association, and we focus on miniature bucking bulls, which are 48 inches or smaller. We have barrel racing, we have miniature bucking bulls, we have the wild pony race. We're even doing the miniature bucking broncs and the miniature bareback in ponies. So our main goal is to focus on raising the next generation of cowboys across the United States and Canada. So we also started a miniature rodeo world tour, which has already hit Canada and the United States. So we're real excited about the future of the youth of rodeo. This is our 7th season of doing this, and his name's Levi, and you know, he really loved rodeo, and I rodeoed for all my life, and just you know, we've seen this miniature bulls. I've never seen them. I rode bulls for 24 years and never seen the miniature bulls when I was rodeoing all over the Midwest, and I had a couple buddies that wanted me to get into the big bull business, and I didn't really want to do that, and I seen that on a little tab on a website that there was a mini bull tab on there, so I clicked on that and seen the mini bulls, and my wife and I said that was the niche. We wanted to get into that and help these kids get off to a really clean start, good start with miniature bulls. So that's how we grew it.
Where can people find out?
You can get on our Facebook page, which is Tough Enough Miniature Rodeo, or you can go to our website, miniaturerodeo.com.
Jeff Beal of the Real Beals one-man band. There are actually 2 of us, my wife and I, and she sings, and we do a lot of duets too, and we also do stuff individually. The way this works is my right foot is hooked up to the kick drum, my left heel is hooked up to the hi-hat and the snare. I can get a crash cymbal sound by hitting the hi-hat and dropping underneath of it, like so. And then I've got an extra line hooked to my guitar neck for the snare, so that way I can get kind of like that. So, well, I've played most of my life, ever since I was 12 years old, and about 3 years ago I started doing this with the drums. So it's been a lot of fun. The one advantage to being a one-man band is everybody shows up on time for rehearsals. And some of the disadvantages, though, is if a mistake is made, we know who did it. Got a little Johnny Be Good.
Back up in the woods among the evergreens, talk cabin with a
good tonight. Go, 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 Johnny, go, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go. Go, 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 Johnny, go. Go, go, go. Johnny, be good. Our website, and it is TheRealBeals.com. A couple videos on there.
Well, sure. My name's Keith Leff, and I'm with Magic Creations here at the Missouri Association of Fairs and Festivals. I've been doing magic ever since age 7. Got a magic kit for Christmas one year, and it was the second box I opened on Christmas morning. I was so smitten and bitten by the magic bug that I did not bother opening the rest of the gifts until the day after Christmas. I had a magician that lived next door to my mom, and a magician that also lived next door to my grandma. So sometimes you pick your career, sometimes your careers pick you. Travel coast to coast. I'm a member of some of the other local state fair associations, fair and festival associations, but I travel all over and do different kinds of things as well. Do a lot of corporate events, team builders. I do inspirational speaking using magic with meaning type programs. A lot of trade show representations. Trade shows will book me to represent them, to bring people over to their booth. It's the most effective and funnest way to bring people to a trade show booth. I can communicate key business strategies, or if you actually have a product-based business, I can actually use that in the act, use your product with the magic to get people to come over to the booth. So this is my booth right here. I'm just kind of representing myself. All right, I just flew in from Las Vegas to be here, and boy, are my arms tired. Whew, long flight. But I bought one of these in the airport. It's one of those genuine souvenir Las Vegas coin purses. All the tourists like to buy these to hold all their winnings from the casinos. Doesn't hold anything. But if I snap my fingers, you see that's how I get the little clown nose to appear. That came from a completely empty, much less non-existent coin purse. But if I snap my fingers twice, you see that's how I get the second clown nose to appear from a completely empty, much less non-existent coin purse. But if I squeeze the coin purse really tight, it'll completely disappear right out of sight. Now, clown nose number 1 goes over here. Clown nose number 2 goes over here. A little shake, a little squeeze, and they end up over here in this hand. Ooh, he's good.
That was awesome.
So do you guys like coin tricks? Sleight of hand tricks with coins? I don't actually do those. Kind of known as a card guy, as if you couldn't tell from my booth here. Nothing here. There you see it. I see it and I don't. I see it again. Back when I was a kid, my dad pulled me aside and left me there. So I had a lot of time on my hands to practice card tricks. In fact, this next move I'll show you, I learned the summer that my mom and dad sent me to spend the summer with my grandparents. I hate cemeteries. Watch. Watch closely. Watch. You like it? I didn't have it when I got here. It's like trick photography, but done in front of a live audience with no camera tricks. There you have it. Keith Leff, Magic Creations. Remember, you don't have to be a farmer to be outstanding in your field. Thanks for watching.
Absolutely. My name is Max. I'm with the Cincinnati Circus Company. We've been around since 2002, doing great entertainment for kids and adults of all ages. We've got 3 touring shows. We do a bunch of small 1- and 2-man shows like juggling and magic and fire performance. We've also got strolling entertainers, stilt walkers, jugglers, balloon artists. You name it, we can find it. So our big show is a 7-man, 1-ring circus. It features a dozen acts: juggling, magic, comedy acts, fire performance, flying trapeze. We also like to, after the show, open up the flying trapeze and let kids try it out for themselves. It's pretty unexpected. It's a good time. Entertainment, circus style family entertainment. We've got the only set of identical twins in the world that ride in the globe of death. It's a 20-foot tall steel motorcycle sphere. The 2 bikes go in, we put a pretty lady in the middle and light her props on fire, and the brothers fly around her head about that close. Oh, Ryan and Brian Mayung, they are motocross champions. They're fantastic riders. Their show is phenomenal. They performed their show about 15 times last year in about 10 different states. So we're just trying to condense and get closer to Ohio. You can find us at CincinnatiCircus.com. We also have a Facebook page, the same name. We also have a YouTube channel. Just search for the Cincinnati Circus Company.
Our membership, the first event starts about the 1st of April. We run through the middle of October into the fall harvest festivals and that sort of thing. All total, we'll have about 9.5 million people that will attend our member fairs and festivals during the course of the year. We offer to those members that attend our convention, here again, educational opportunities, an opportunity to buy entertainment, both variety entertainment, which you've seen here in the background, or main stage entertainment. The theme of our convention is creating connections. And then what we try to do is connect buyers and sellers in the fair industry. You can buy anything that you want, from corn dogs to carousels, right here at this convention. You can go to our website at mofairs.org and find a complete schedule of fairs and festivals throughout the summer season. As I said earlier, we start about the 1st of April with flower festivals, for lack of a better word, Azalea Fest, and run through the fall harvest season in the middle of October. So you've got something just about every weekend for us.